Hey guys, and welcome to another just typical Monday episode. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to get in here. I'm gonna run the other two. This episode is gonna be mostly about, or not mostly, it is gonna be about the salvage shop. Now, the only thing I can't show is how much money you can get without paying for staff and without paying for the tow truck. Uh, it's going to have the tow truck included. It's going to have the staff included. But basically, as long as you have I think like well, we're going to look at prices. We're going to look at prices and come up with an average thing, and then we'll really get into it. But basically, this is going to be a different episode because I am going to revert back to cutting, and if anything, I'll just show like me dying here and there, of course. First of all, before I do anything, let's get this money. I got up actually to 132 million, but I spent 750 because my friends and I were messing around, and I decided to kill them in a vehicle that they said quote unquote was unstoppable, and I said I beg to differ, and I used my space laser, and you could hear firefights happening out there. Anyway, you know what? No, I'm gonna switch. But yeah, basically what's gonna happen though is we're gonna talk logistics first. You know, let's cover the bases. Let's get all the facts in. You know what I mean? So I go to private lobby. I always do all these things private lobbies. I don't see a reason why to do them in a like in a big lobby because you take a chance, you know. And I don't. And the funny thing is that GTA will save when you don't want it to save, but then when you want it to save, we were supposed to save that, and I lose my mind. Anyway, let's grab this money here. Once again, on my main character. Once I get to 140 mil, though, I will buy the thing. The salvage yard. Oh yeah, well I'm here. Let's get some snacks. I think I'm out of snacks. Face the snacks. Jesus, it's like very particular about where the snack. Okay, hold on. Can we please grab snacks? Why? Can I please grab snacks, please? Okay, there we go. I wish you can have like a little gun safe too, or gun locker, and then I wish you could actually. You know what they should do, and just hear me out on this one, then we'll get to it. Is they should also have a section where you can get body armor. You know, they kind of had it with the agency. You can buy body armor there in your spot. You know, everyone else has a gun safe. Here, there's just a wall safe, which is fine. So let's cover something real quick. Get here. Bada bing. www.salvageyards.com. Okay. So these over here for the base thing, like let's say we switch over to that one, right? I don't want to, but let's say we do. So tint, you can leave it alone the moment you select anything else. For the one of the very few times you can select a different color and it doesn't cost you anything, or excuse me, it doesn't have a different cost. Like this is 75,000, this isn't 125. You know what I mean? Like they don't have different costs. They're all the same, but you can keep it gray. Get trade rates if you do. That's nice. You don't really need that for now. Tow truck, once again, tow truck. You don't need it, but it's better to have. It's better to have later on, but you don't need it. 1 point. See, this is what gets me. If it's just a skin, you only need that one if you so wanted to do the tow truck. But if not, don't even worry about the tow truck. Wall safe, I can't show that how much that is, okay, because I already have it. I think once you select it though, as you can see, even if you trade off to another site, it pretty much gives it to you. It's like, hey, you bought the wall safe, you're coming with a wall safe. Staff, if you so choose to have staff, you don't need it. This is just for salvaging parts, okay? But if you're just trying to do the vehicle robberies alone, you can do the vehicle robberies alone. But yeah, pretty much for that one, yeah, so the same price, 204. So let's back out of it. I didn't mean to back out of it like that. So that one was two. So yeah, it was the same price. This one's gonna be the same price. This one's probably roughly between the average between the two. There's one up here. Yeah, 2 mil, and then this one should be a mil 0.8, a mil 0.6. So another thing is, remember, you have two up here up top. One at the very top of Blaine County, all the way in Paleto, and then another one over here in the desert, or partial desert. Yeah, Sandy Shores. And only thing with that is the cell missions themselves. So what I'm going to do again is that I'm going to go get the other two vehicles. I'm going to record all of it, and if I have a mishap or anything, I'll just show it or whatnot. But I'm going to try, because the other two are repetitive, I'm going to try to get those done with the bonuses. But I'll get into that. But basically, if you don't have staff, you cannot salvage parts. Also, if you do have money to buy the tow truck and you went and salvaged vehicles, and you have these two things with vehicles salvaged, you cannot salvage parts because those two jacks or those two lifts are taken, you know. So if the lifts are taken, you can't salvage these cars. You don't want to salvage these cars because you get more money for selling them. There's nothing wrong with selling, and I mean not like, oh, there's wrong if you sell though. Okay, can we see? Okay. So for instance, this one's in progress. Okay, yeah. So for instance, the one we have over there acquired, max sell value 360, salvage value 288. Don't do it. I wouldn't salvage unless it was a career tab thing, but I wouldn't salvage. I would just sell. Second thing is that if you do end up salvaging, if you don't have staff, they'll still salvage. You know what? I think they still salvage regardless. I think it just takes more time to salvage. If you do have staff, though, that time is practically like cut in half. I think it's 48 minutes. But you're not gonna do it anyway because you're just gonna sell the vehicle. And even if you have the one on the tippy top, nothing bad happens. No NPCs get in your way other than the typical gameplay, so just be wary of that. Second thing is there's no enemies chasing after you, okay? So again, if you're worried about, well, what about other players, then do it in a private lobby. Okay? Get out of the public lobby. Plus, you have to be, registered as a CEO, possibly even a biker president. And you can't do that sometimes because sometimes you're in a public lobby and it says there's the maximum rating. Well, you gotta go to another lobby. So you might as well do it in a private lobby. I believe you get the lobby bonus for 20. I think it's like 20% at maximum. So as long as there's 20 people or 21 people, something like that, you get the bonus. So if there's 30 people, obviously, right? And if you're ever so lucky, sure, why not do it? Again, the game's not going to throw anything at you. It's a simple drive. You just have to be careful driving. Don't scratch the paint. Don't dent the car. So on and so forth. Because then at the end, it's going to deduct from your max sell value. And it's going to say repair cost this, so you end up getting less money. But if you drive carefully, you have a full 30 minutes. Take your time. There's no need to rush all the way down. Okay? There's no need. Just take these here once you acquire them all and then sell them back to back. Okay? Simple, easy. Again, you have 30 minutes. So if you're all the way up top, don't even worry about it. If you're all the way up top, it don't matter. Okay, anyway. So I grabbed that cash, right? I think I grabbed that cash. I did. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm at first. Oh, first, since I did grab. Let's do this. I'm going to do something. Because I want to show. Yes. Main menu, actually. I want to withdraw. Can I withdraw a custom amount? 100K. Yes. Main menu. Withdraw. 100K. Because remember, my wall safe had 250. So I want to show What I want to do also is show how much you can get in a single week. Withdraw. Actually, where is it? 100K. Because when you complete, and I'll say how much more money, what happens next, but when you complete this robbery and you bring it in, you get 50K. I don't know if it's just for that one. So luckily that was the submarine one. There we go, grab that. That was the submarine one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if it's also gives you money for doing setups and whatnot. To which case that if you get money for setups, I'll see how much that is, and I'll just double it, or I'll just add that amount. Whatever's left. But already there was 250K from the wall safe. Okay. I believe it's 100K if you don't do the wall save. I would recommend doing the 250 because that's 250, baby. What are you doing? All right. There's people that say no, don't buy it. And there's people that say yes, buy it. I'm one of those that say yes, buy it because why not? All right. Why deprive yourself of 150K? Get that. Just get the wall safe and be done with it. Again, you do get a safe, but it only holds a limited amount, just like your arcade does. That's the only thing I would pretty much get is the wall safe. You don't need to get the tow truck. You don't need to get the lifts. So I'm going to show, I was going to actually go get cars, but now that I think about it, I'm just going to go run these things. I'm going to finish them off, try to get the bonuses. If I don't get the bonuses, it doesn't matter. Okay? All right. All we're focused on is the money that accumulates in the background. All right. So the safe money, the money for selling each of the vehicles. And then, of course, any money it gives us in between, like if it gives us money for retrieving, for anything else. All right. And then we're going to see that total in cash because it all goes to cash. And we're going to see exactly how much you get for... I just lost my train of thought. But basically at the end of all those three. Okay. And remember, it's a week long for 3 of them. So if you're a player that's like, hey, I don't have that much time, but I still want to play and do this stuff. I'm glad there's 3, and I think I could do 3 during the week. Okay, I'm here for you. All right? Yes, you can. It's easy. You can knock it out in a couple hours if you want, or you can space it out. Do one here, do some prep work over here this day, sell another, or bring it in another day, rinse and repeat until you get them all. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So I'm going to begin here. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. We're going to get into it. Let me make sure also, because I don't hear music, and I want to make sure it stays that way. Good. Okay. But from here on out, I'm going to go in. This is where I'm going to pretty much cut. I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but essentially, though, when we come back, unless I do like a little death montage here, other than that, we're going to have the 2 other cars here, and then we're going to do the cell missions. And again, I'm just going to fast forward to those cell missions, and then we're going to look at our cash and see how much we got. And already from the get-go, we have 300 grand because that wall safe was already at full capacity. So, just happens. I don't know the rate. I don't care to find out the rate. Is it 4,800 every in-game day? I don't know. I have no clue. Or is it just 4,800 through periods of time and not even, it like does it maybe a few times every in-game day? No clue. I just know that when I see 250, I see 250 and I go grab it. That's it. So, thank you guys, and let's get it on. Oh, I'm just gonna run to it. Oh my God! Don't hit me. So, oh God. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, it's time to sell. So, you can sell them back to back to back, I believe. If anything, there's maybe a small cooldown, but nothing to it but to do it. Don't salvage. Don't do it. Okay, this is grayed out if you have vehicles over here. Again, remember, if you put if you do salvage runs and you come back and you try to salvage this,
take care.
There's no point. Okay, No point. Don't sacrifice money for that. It doesn't. It's a 30-minute timer. You don't. It doesn't take 30 minutes. There's nothing in here mechanic that is going to make it last 30 minutes. It's just a quick and go. So what I'm going to do with this one is that I'm just going to speed up the process, but it's going to show, essentially it's going to show my path, but it's going to have the same destination. So deliver, yes, max value of, just drive carefully.
I say holla, you
But as you can see, no enemies come to you. Nothing. I think the NPCs do get in the way a little bit, but as long as you drive slow, you know, very safe, you don't have to worry about them. They're not gonna surprise you. A few of them got in my way, crossing in front of me as you saw, but nothing to worry about. You know. There you go. Payment loss none. Why? Because it was in mint condition.
heads up. If you shipped it without the scratch, that money should drop straight to your bank.
Okay. So, those 3 vehicles plus the full wall safe, 1.2 million. And the only reason I'm showing only one wall safe, because remember it's building in the background, okay, is because I mean at the end of the week, at the end of your sale, right? By the time you're done with all of it, I forget how many days it takes to fill up once, but it takes a hot minute. The point would be though is that by the time you're done, I mean look at that, 1.2 million. By the time you do those 3, you have at least one full wall safe, right? Pull that, let it accumulate again. If you end up with a second wall safe, well, guess what? That'd be what, 1.445 million, right? And then if you keep going, do you catch what I'm saying here? Is that you keep on going with that, and if you were to be salvaging vehicles in the background, you'd have even more money accumulating in cash. So if it's 1.2 million right there, you'd get to 2 million easy. Almost be at, I'm gonna round up to 2.5 million by the time you're done selling the 3 vehicles. because again, your wall safe is accumulating money. You're more than likely going to be able to pick it up a second time. Okay, you have the 3 vehicles that you're going to sell. It's easy money. So that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with my antics, and I will see you on the next one. Can't wait for the next DLC though, man. See, I already ruined the outro just like that. Why did I do that, man? You know, it just happens. Oh well. Later.